Hello everyone, myself Dr. Kshitij Singhal. I am going to take a very important topic of satellite communication, that is satellite subsystems. So we'll see each satellite system one by one in specific chapters. So let us start with satellite subsystems. A satellite consists of various subsystems, that is we can categorize it into five subsystems, that is telemetry tracking command subsystem, attitude and orbit control system, that is AOCS, power subsystem, communication system, and antenna subsystem. Telemetry tracking command system is also popularly known as TTC and M, that is telemetry tracking command and monitoring subsystem. Now, the first system which we will take up, although we'll take each one by one, but the first system which we will take up is telemetry tracking and command system. So, what is the term telemetry means? Let us see that. So automatic transmission and measurement of data from remote sources either by wire or radio or other means. That is, tele means remote and metry means transmission of the measured data from the remote source. Generally, in the case of satellite, it is done by wirelessly. In other cases, where in landline communications, it can be done through wire also. So let us see to all the other systems. This is a typical block diagram of telemetry tracking command. This is the satellite, and from satellite these you can think this of as the systems. Here it is satellite TTC and M antenna, and this is the system which is residing inside this satellite, that is telemetry receiver, data processor, tracking system, and the computer for attitude and orbit control, a controller, a telecommand transmitter, and transmit antenna. So the all this systems monitors the various processes and transmits the data to the earth station for processing purpose. So we will see each section, that is telemetry, tracking, command, and monitoring separately. So first we will start with TTC and M. The major functions of telemetry tracking command and monitoring system is reporting spacecraft health, that is the health of the satellite, monitoring the command actions, determining various orbital elements, launch sequence operation during deployment, control of the thrusters if the satellite moves away from the orbit, so it controls the thrusters, control of payload, that is communication system. Now telemetry. So the function of telemetry is to monitor all important parameters like temperature, voltages, current, sensors of the satellite, then transmit this measured data to the earth and record data at TTC and M stations. A number of methods can be used to do this, but majorly the role of telemetry section is, the main functions of this telemetry system is to monitor the status of various sensors, control the altitude and orbit of the satellite, switch on off different sections of the communication system. The TTC and M uses two different antennas in the satellite lifetime. They are transmitting and receiving antennas. During the launch and transfer orbit phases, a low gain omnidirectional antenna is also used. Many sensors like the sun, earth, environmental information like magnetic field intensity and direction, power supply voltage, pressure in fuel tanks, etc. in the communication systems and send this data to the controlling earth station. The temperature of the satellite or the spacecraft is very important, and hence this telemetry system measures these temperatures and tries to keep them within predetermined limits. There are many temperature sensors that are employed to monitor this data. The status of each subsystem, sensor data, and the position of switches in the communication systems are reported back to the earth station by telemetry system. The telemetry system also links and monitors the sighting devices that are used to maintain the altitude of the satellite. It is very essential, otherwise satellite may point in a wrong direction, creating errors. The faulty unit should then be disconnected. Whatever data it is sending has to be stopped and it has to be disconnected, and other unit should be substituted in the place of it. For example, the parts which are going to be failed are redundantly kept on the satellite, and whenever any part fails, it is bypassed and another other redundant part comes into the feature. So this is done through the help of command system or means of controlling the altitude of the Now tracking. The function of tracking subsystem is measuring the range repeatedly. It can measure beacon, Doppler or the communication channel, compute orbital elements, plan station keeping maneuvers, and communicate with the main control station and users. A number of methods can be employed to determine the current orbit of the satellite. Tracking helps to track the movement of satellite. It sends correction signals because of the various perturbing forces that are acting on the satellite. For example, due to solar radiation pressures, the satellite may move away from the orbits, or due to the gravity forces from the near adjacent planets also, the satellite can be moved uh, from the its orbit. So the velocity and acceleration sensors that are present on the satellite gives information about this change in the orbit, and this is done from the integration of data by the last position of the satellite that is known. The Earth station that is controlling the satellite can observe the Doppler shift in the telemetry carrier or the beacon transmitter carrier. Uh, it is then used to give the information about the rate at which the range is changing. So this range, along with the measurements from the Earth station antenna, can be used to determine the orbital elements, as I have already said. Then the pulse or sequence of pulse is transmitted to the satellite, so that we can determine the range if we observe the time delay before a pulse is again received. The propagation delay in a satellite transponder should also be known to us. To take the range measurements, one or more Earth station may be used. And finally, in case a number of Earth stations are viewing the satellite, then the position of the exact position of the satellite can be determined by the triangulation method. There is sufficient space between the successive Earth stations, so this can be done easily. Ranging tones may also be used for the range measurement, and the frequency used are high, then the range may be measured up to millimeter accuracy. Now the command system. The command system is used two times during launch sequence and when the satellite is in orbit. During launch sequence, it is used to switch on the power, deploy the antennas and solar panels, point any antennas to the desired location. And in orbit, they are used to maintain spacecraft thermal balance, control payload, thruster, etc. So we'll see this in detail also. So during the launch phase and injection of satellite into geostationary orbit, the main TTCM system is not operable. This is because the spacecraft does not have correct altitude. Hence, we require a secure and effective command structure for the successful launch and operation of a communication satellite. During this phase, the backup system is used that controls the important sections like control of the apogee boost motor, altitude control system, orbit control thruster, solar cell deployment, etc. Because any of these critical system, if any of these critical system fails, then the total satellite launch will be a complete failure. The command system is used to make changes in altitude and correction to the orbit, and it also controls the satellite communication systems. So during the launch phase, it is used to control the firing of the AKM, that is apogee kick motor. It also spins up a stabilized satellite by spinning it like a top, or it extends the antenna and solar sails in case of a 3-axis stabilized satellite. The satellite command structure must provide security against unauthorized attempt made to change the operation of the satellite. If command system is hacked or it is jeopardized, then the whole satellite control can go into the hands of someone. So it must provide security against unauthorized attempts. It also must provide security against incorrect operation of a control whenever there is an error in the command received. So the command system plays a very crucial or critical role. The control code is transferred into a command word and then it is saved in a frame format to TT and CNM. After checking it for validity and decrypting it, then the command will be executed, and accordingly the instruction is sent to the satellite, and where whatever switches and sensors are to be operated are operated accordingly. And that's all for TTC and M subsystem. In next lecture, we will see another system, that is AOCS.